Coming up this time on 15 Minutes You'll Never Get Back. Why fake is better than real when it comes to Christmas trees. What do you get when you combine food and romance? And Charlie has a bit of a meltdown. I'm Dale.
And I'm Charlie. All that and more this time on 15 Minutes You'll Never Get Back. Why fake is better than real when it comes to your Christmas tree.
Oh, thanks for clarifying that.
Well, I felt I needed to.
Well, I know what you're like.
Second year in a row, real Christmas tree shortage.
Yeah, this is an ongoing thing.
So last year we did the story about IKEA was going to not sell real trees, right? Mm-hmm. I noticed that there are fewer than before where they are selling real trees.
I think IKEA just wants to sell the fake ones just so people have to assemble it.
Well, if you're that family that always just was a real tree kind of person, you enjoy the
Griswolds.
If you're a Griswold, here's why maybe you want to become a Charlie. Like me.
Okay.
So, for example, when you're all out of Christmas spirit and the season is over, you just take it down.
That's true.
Or if you're all out of holiday spirits and you're feeling lazy, you could just leave it up.
You could.
Because now you don't have that anxiety of, oh, God, it's going to shrivel up and die, and the pine needles, and then the dog, and right? Mm-hmm. So it's a lot less maintenance, okay? Mm-hmm. No weird animals or bugs in your tree.
True.
Because I've heard stories of people finding, bugs. You know what I remember? The sap. You would be putting up
it does. It gets everywhere.
You get all sticky.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Fake trees don't die.
No, they don't.
Right? You don't have to water it.
No.
You don't have to maintain it.
That's true.
Okay?
Yep.
You don't need to lug the tree home on top of your car.
No.
FYI, people, fake trees come in a giant box that you can play in after. Okay? So it's twofold, really. Okay? So there is no need to hunt every year for that awesome tree. I remember my dad and I back in the day, we would go to all these tree lots.
Sure.
Looking for an epic Christmas tree.
Now, in fairness, look at the smile that comes across your face because that's a happy memory.
Well, also, I was going to follow up that happy memory with some trees were disappointing compared to others. Mm-hmm. Some were just more full and luscious, and some lasted longer than others.
Mm-hmm. To be clear, we are still talking about trees, right?
I don't know.
Disappointed that you can't get a real Christmas tree this year? It's not that bad. In fact, you may not know it, but here at Fake.com, we feel that the only fit that feels right is counterfeit.
Yes.
You know that lavender candle you have that smells so nice? Did you really think there was real lavender in it?
I did.
And that fur coat you found at such a great price? Well, that football game you watched, sorry to break it to you, but that was not an actual pigskin they were tossing around. And did you ever wonder why that tin of Parmesan cheese you've got has a best before date of 2027? Yep. You see, so much of the world we live in is already fake. Why should Christmas trees be any different? At Fake.com, we've got a wide selection of trees to match every mood and decor. From standard pine to full-on fuchsia silver. No more watering, no more sticky sap, no more cleanup. You'll never go back to real again. I mean, why would you? From Prosecco to holograms, hair color to cover bands, we embrace fake. So no real Christmas tree, no problem. We've got something just as good at Fake.com. And if you still think you could tell the fakes from the real deals, then why were you so impressed with your neighbor in her new bikini? The following story is actually true and is meant to be enjoyed in the spirit of fun.
So we know it's cuffing season, right? This is when people just kind of hook up for a couple months. They don't want to be alone at the holidays. Blah, 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 blah.
Every time you say this to me, every year, you go, hey, it's cuffing season. Right. And I look at that same look on my face. Like I should when I'm 31 years married. I guess I should have this look on my face.
Now.
Yes.
What happens if what happens if the cuffing turns into a thing? Right? So you actually start to have feelings? So there's a new term. Okay, is where I'm getting at. Okay, so your intention is you're going to just get cuffed for a couple months, feeling good.
Yeah.
But then things happen. Mm-hmm. Enter. Oh, boy. And I didn't make this up. Forking season. Do you know who brought us this term?
People who don't like spooning?
Yeah, probably. Hello Fresh and Tinder teamed up.
Hello, Tinder.
Right? And basically what they have done for forking season is they have given us spices to add to our cooking, because we know that cooking can be very intimate, between people and a sign of love.
It's got a lot of erotic elements to it.
And there are spices that are all like aphrodisiacs.
Sure.
Okay? Mm-hmm. So if you don't like the oysters and the snot taste.
You want to spice things up comes from.
Oh, really? Mm. Oh, see, now it makes sense. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. So spices. Mm-hmm. That will get you going. Mm-hmm. Cinnamon.
Yep.
Saffron.
Okay.
Ginger.
Yep.
Vanilla.
Okay.
Nutmeg.
Right.
Cloves.
Okay.
Garlic. These two. Ginseng.
Yeah, ginseng.
Right. And fenugreek.
Fenugreek. Okay, that's one I'm not familiar with.
Okay. Again, be warned, if you were just looking for a cuff, you might end up getting forked.
Barry's Best Mix, 107.5, Kool FM, and Taylor Swift and Cruel Summer. Oh, hang on a second.
Okay.
Is Taylor Swift still touring down in South America?
I don't know. Probably.
You're the entertainment person.
I know, but I'm not the official Taylor Swift, reporter, but I'm assuming she's down that way. Like, her tour isn't over.
So the chances of her actually flying to Las Vegas for a football game are slim, right?
Never say never. She has a private jet. She's got a night off.
Damn it.
Yeah, but didn't he drop the ball the last time she was there? Or
no.
She wasn't there. She wasn't there.
So before I put in my pick for Sunday.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I have to do this. I have to check Taylor Swift's schedule before I can put my gambling in.
So, you know what? And you're probably not the only one that's doing that.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
I was joking about it. But, man, after watching that last game this past week, I thought...
He messed up, right?
Oh, he was terrible.
Yeah.
He's terrible. So it's like the MVP for the Kansas City Chiefs is Taylor Swift.
So you're going to you can check her tour.
I'm going to check her tour and
find out where she is.
If she's got a gig that night, I'm taking the other team. I'm taking the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders. If she's going to be at the game, I'm probably going to take the Chiefs.
Because she was in South America. Like, that's pretty far to go between her and Vegas.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Is she really going to do that for a night? Is it worth it?
I don't know. I'm going to look.
Okay. Good Lord. This is where we're at.
Isn't that sad?
This is where we're at.
Very important day for me. My wife and I celebrate our 30th anniversary today. 30 years. And you're thinking, good God, Dale, I can barely spend 5 hours with you. I know that's what you're thinking. But, it's special. And you know what the weird thing is I say that to people now. It's like, it's our 30th anniversary. They go, you're pretty good at remembering dates. And I go, oh, yeah, I can tell you the date we met. I can tell you the date of our first date. I can tell you, obviously, our anniversary. I am pretty good at that kind of thing. So, and I know that a lot of people aren't. We had somebody, and I remember this was ways back. We were giving away a dinner out. And there was a winner who may not be as good at remembering specific dates. You are going to enjoy it, so congratulations. I understand there's a special date this month for you guys, right?
It is on the 16th. We're celebrating our Lucky 13 together. So.
On the what day?
On the 16th.
Of what?
Of what?
March.
That's
so
today.
You mean today?
Oh, my God, is that today?
Amazing.
Okay, so today. It's our Lucky 13.
Happy anniversary.
So I thought we should just give you all a little quick update on my cancer recovery. Mm-hmm. It is going great.
Yes.
The worst is over. Now it's just sort of a healing and dealing, as I call it. And again, I am incredibly internally grateful. So right now I am dealing with still some healing in the breastises area.
Breastises.
Now, what people don't seem to understand, and rightly so, is that, yes, I had a reconstruction when I had the double mastectomy, right?
Yep.
But usually when you get implants, they're kind of put in front of your current chest, right? Like your current breast.
To add on to your current breast, not replace.
So mine were gone. Mine were taken. So
yes.
I've got these little implants.
Yeah.
Government grade. but albeit
government grip.
Well,
it's like if you're buying your turkey, it'll be a utility.
Okay, so I just want to make people, where I appreciate it. I didn't have to pay for it, right? It's not a
it's part of OHIP. It's part of the coverage. It's part
right.
Yeah.
So part of it too is that they don't. Well, they appear currently like from the outside, just when I'm closed, they look okay.
Yeah.
They're a disaster, and because they're not done. Right. So again, reconstruction still needs to continue.
So you have to wait for
I have to wait for full healing.
Right.
And then I have to wait for another specialist doctor who does magic around now trying to fill in the gaps and the holes.
See.
So right now I'm trying to tell people, like, they ask, like, so how are you feeling? How is it? Like, how are things going? They kind of feel like, when you had that basketball in gym and you were the last one and you got the one that didn't quite bounce. Remember that basketball? You're like, oh, God.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how my chest feels right now, where there is some deflation and no bounce.
Yeah, but the half deflated balls were the easier ones. They were easier to palm and slam dunk.
The glass is half full.
Time for a Almost Friday fun fact from Charlie.
One of those things about the fall, it's inevitable. The spiders, they're starting to come into your house.
Sure,
they're looking for
a warmer place to stay, right?
So for the most part, I mean, a lot of us are totally freaked out by them. Dale.
I'm freaked out by spiders even outside. Come on.
They're not pleasant things. For what it's worth, most of them don't bite. And the ones that would, it's not too severe. Here's the thing. If you don't want spiders in your house, there are a few things you can do.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things is peppermint oil or like essential oils. They do not like peppermint. So if you get the oil and then cut it with water and then put it in a spray bottle, that will help to...
Okay.
Here's one thing I thought was odd. Chalk. So spiders are said to taste with their limbs. So if you chalk out where you don't want them to go, apparently they'll like see the line and like run away. I mean, obvious things like seal up any kind of cracks, turn off your outside lights, because just like other creepy crawlies, they are attracted to light. Keep your house clean. This is how I'm going to get my kids to clean their rooms. I'm going to basically say, listen, if you don't want spiders under your bed, you better keep those rooms clean. Yeah. Get a cat.
Yeah?
Yeah, cats like to chase them. I know it's not the most humane thing. They might eat them.
That's a little extreme just to get rid of spiders.
It depends, like if you hate spiders enough. Mm-hmm. Now, here's the thing I found interesting. Did you ever wonder how long spiders live?
Only until I catch up with them.
Most will live up to a year, in case you were wondering. Females, in particular, well, they'll hold on. They'll stick around at least 2 to 3 years.
Well, you got to have a little fun after the husband dies.
I would like to know for one day, like, what it would be like to be just that good at something. Like, just to be, like, that person.
We'll never know.
We won't.
That's all right.
Always a bridesmaid.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Whatever, Midge.
I don't even think I'm a bridesmaid at this point. I think I'm like a flower dog or something. The people are now, the dogs are walking down the aisle. Like, I'm not even a flower girl. Like, the dog that gets ushered down. I'm that. Moving on.
Where is this
I don't
coming
know.
Where is this coming from?
I was just thinking, it's like you see. I'm having a woe is me moment.
I was
going to
say.
Can I just have my moment? Can I just feel sorry for myself for a second, okay? I've had a rough 24 hours.
Why was it so rough?
It just was.
Well, you were so busy. You were busy. You're always busy.
And that's the problem. My day off was, like I said, it wasn't by choice. I had to take my husband into the city to get his colonoscopy.
Don't count it as a day off. It was not a day off for you.
So I did that. Okay, fine. And, we come back and then it's 1 o'clock and I'm like, okay, I have zero food in my house because we had the epic storm literally over my house on Sunday. So I ran out to the grocery store, came back, sat down for about 5 minutes, had to go back out to go get my kid, come back. It's 4 o'clock. Then I'm prepping dinner. Then we're trying to have a family dinner for the first time in a while. And, it's like, so now I'm at the point in my kid's stage of life where the alpha male is like trying to set in on all of them. Oh. So I've got, grown man, 14-year-old and 12-and-a-half-year-old, and they're all fighting to get their words in a conversation. And I'm sitting there going, huh? Like I can't get a word in. So I just sit there. And then they get louder and louder and louder. And I'm like, oh my God, there's too much wiener in this house. And I think a lot of people can relate. Like if you're in a house of just girls, right? Or a house of just boys, so yeah, I'm having a moment, okay? Where I just would like to be Taylor Swift. Is that too much to ask for? I don't think so. I'm having a hot flash. God.
Wow.
Hey, thanks so much for tuning in.
If you enjoyed that 15 minutes you'll never get back, follow and subscribe. More on Dale and Charlie at 1075coolfm.com.
Download your favorite episodes there or at Spotify. Leave a review so our egos can get inflated.
Waste your time next week.